What up? What up? What up, everybody? Happy Friday Eve. Okay, it is Thursday. It is Thursday, and we ought to be grateful about it. We ought to be grateful about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. Listen, this is your boy Chef Don Don. Please make sure that you hit that like button as you come on up in the room. You know what I'm saying? Have a few manners and speak. You know what I'm saying? But no, welcome, 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 everybody. We're gonna have a real candid conversation about some things here this morning. Okay. So I'm glad that you all are tuned in. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, bang that notification bell. And as you come in this chat, make sure you hit that like button. Free way of supporting the channel. Now, I do want to start out by saying that everything that we do discuss is alleged, okay? Because this is we're going to be talking about the interview in which Tasha K did with one of Bar One's ex managers, okay, of Miami, the Bar One in Miami, okay? You don't know what Bar One is? It is the bar that Peter Thomas has created. And so we're going to discuss that interview while we're actually pulling up some of the other things that have made the news over the last few weeks, okay, in regards to this. All right, so make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe if you are not subscribed. All right, listen, today is the last day that you can get 30%. 37% off on your goalie. So make sure you get that. The mods will drop the goalie link for you. It does say 10% right now, but it is 37%. So take advantage of it while you absolutely can. All right. Join Patreon, just $6 to join. And I do have great news for you guys. We will start doing more cooking videos over in Patreon as well. Because of the simple fact, again, we about to get into some things when it comes to the whole cooking thing. Okay. So again, hello to everyone and welcome. All right. So let me speak to everybody. What's going on, Patricia Moore? What's going on, Mimi? What's going on, Aunt Natty? What's going on, Simply Elegant One? Thank you for being in the house. What's going on, Mia? What's going on, Diane? What's going on, Butchie Wife? How are you? What's going on, Amber? What's up, Tasha? What's up, Tasha? What's going on? What's going on? Glad that you can make it in this morning. Okay. So good morning to everyone. It is still morning, right? Okay, yes, it is still morning. You know, I don't want to slip up and say good morning and it ain't right. Listen, if you would like to make any monetary donations, it will be posted in the chat. Okay. It'll be posted in the chat. I want to keep the disclaimer up, letting everyone know that what we are about to do is our opinion. It is alleged. Okay. But we are going to be pulling together the receipts and we're going to talk about it. All right. So listen, you guys know that Peter has been dealing with some things when it comes to Bar One. So I want to start off this live by saying, listen, here's my thing. Like, oh, I started in this food industry. And one thing that I learned in this food industry as a combined Black people, I'm going to say this, and this has been my experience. I'm not going to say this is everybody else's experience, but this has been my experience. Coming up in the food industry, I don't think people realize how competitive the food industry is. Not only is it competitive, and you don't even have to make it competitive for it to be competitive, but not only is it competitive, but you got to have everything down to the cent. Okay. And when I say the cent, I'm talking down to the cent. Okay. It is very specific. And because inflation always happens, not only does inflation happen, but you always have the price of things, not even when inflation is considered, but you have the price of things going up, you got the price of things going down. And so it's a lot. And so for me, I ran into some issues, of course, during my journey. Okay. And honestly, I would have to take accountability for those issues, learn from them, and move forward. But one thing that I've noticed in this industry is that there aren't a lot of Black people who can help you, give you the resources that you need, help just help you along the way, because again, the restaurant industry is not easy whatsoever, and it changes from day to day. And then not only that, but you also have to go about the laws in which your restaurant or whatever is there. You also have to worry about county permits. You also have to worry, you got to worry about things all the way down to the jurisdiction of in which you cook and all of that stuff, right? So it's very important. And I unfortunately had to hit some stumbling blocks before I was able to learn some of those things, right? So I said that to say this: the food industry is not a punk, okay? You really have to be on top of your stuff when you are in the food industry. And again, I'm learning that, okay? So here's the thing. I want to go over a couple of these things because listen, from what I heard last night in their interview, based off of the receipts that I've seen also floating on social media, and we're gonna go over those articles as well. It kind of seems like some things are going on and we must address them. What's going on, Miss Thompson? What's going on, Miss Sophia H? What's up, Jamie? How are you? Okay, so the first thing I want to get into, this was reported by the Jasmine brand on March the 31st, actually. Okay, so we are in June. Um, this is a little over 2 months. Now, there's also some, some other things in regards to this, but I wanted to bring this up because um again, Tasha K has interviewed one of the ex-employees as well. And so we're just going to talk about it. All right. So this article again was written on May the 31st of 2023, and it says Peter Thomas blasted by a former Bar One Miami employee who claimed his establishment owes her $1,400 in unpaid wages. Okay. So we're just going to get into this real quick. It says a woman by the name of Candy. Okay. And I want to go ahead and be very, very clear. We're not speaking of Candy Birds. Okay. Let's be clear. Um, and also, this Candy was referenced in the interview in which Tasha K interviewed this young lady. I can't remember her name. It'll come to me in just a minute, but let's get into this article. Okay, so give me just a moment and I'm gonna share my screen. And y'all, I'm not coming on the screen this morning, okay, but we still gonna have a good show. How about it? Okay, so hold on 1 second. And let me remove this thumbnail and we can get right into it. Oh, before we get into it, okay, before we get into it, y'all, before we get into it, let me make one more quick announcement. How could I forget about this? Listen, tomorrow is episode 2 of Hot Topics with Chef Don Don and Friends, featuring my boy Scotty by Nature TV. Y'all know when we get together, we cut up and we clown. So I want you guys to take a peek at this sneak peek trailer, and remember that the episode will premiere tomorrow, and we'll have the link available tomorrow as well. But the episode will premiere tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get into it.
How could you have a Hot Topics with Chef Dun Dun and Friends and I'm not on it? Like, it really wouldn't make any sense.
Forgot about the phone.
What?
So I remember when you had made a post on Twitter. What's your prediction?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't see nothing. How far? Hopefully to hell. Hot Topics, child. Let's go.
That's all I'm doing is agreeing with you. That's it.
Next case.
Child. Uh-oh. I still got my background up from yesterday. Hold on, y'all. Let me update this. We talked about this stuff on the thumbnail yesterday. So if you did not tune into yesterday's live, make sure you do so. Okay. All right. So let's get into this article here briefly. All right. We're gonna get into this article. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right. So let's get into this. So again, we're talking about Bar One and Peter Thomas and what he got going on over there, okay, with the Bar One. So let's get into it. So a woman by the name of Candy recently took to social media claiming that she is owed $1,400 by Peter Thomas, Bar One in Miami. On Tuesday, May the 30th, Candy uploaded a video sharing her frustrations to TikTok. In the footage, she appears to be at Bar One establishment in Miami as she is attempting to finally get paid. However, the clip shows another woman who is seemingly the general manager walking away quickly once Candy started recording. Okay. Now, again, the manager is not named, but I'm going to assume based off of this interview that this is the person that she's speaking of. So they don't pay me my money. They owe me $1,400. They don't want to pay me. The camera then shows several receipts that Candy has, seemingly proving that she is in fact owed money. She continues. Uh-oh. Hold on. She continues and she says, I am sitting here until the police come. They owe me $1,400. They don't want to pay me my money. Peter, you are a effing scammer. You owe MFers money. Your checks bounce and you don't want to pay people their money. Give me my bread. Okay, now in this TikTok video, okay, clearly you can see that in this TikTok video, it is the lady that appears on the actual thumbnail in which I have that did an interview. Okay, you see her, uh, in which I did an interview with her. Now, I mean, Tasha K did an interview with her. Okay, now here's the thing about the interview. The interview, based off of this actual clip, doesn't kind of line up because it sounds like that this lady who is the manager was like supposed to be like a superhero. Okay. She stated that she was paying money out of her own pocket to pay her employees. This is based off of what she said in the interview. Okay. Now let's go on. Now, Candy later uploaded another video proving an update or providing an update on the matter. The former Bar One employee says that she contacted the Department of Labor and there already is an open investigation going on with the establishment. Apparently, there is others who also claim they are owed money from the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star and his various companies. All right. Now, this is according to Candy. All right. There are dozens of former employees, maybe even people who still work for the company that has not been compensated. If y'all ever worked for Bar One, whether it be Baltimore or Miami, any of his old companies, and y'all was not compensated, please send me a message because the quicker we can get everyone together, the quicker we can get evidence and the quicker we can get our money. All right. So this was her TikTok video in which she stated that. Now, this isn't the first time Peter Thomas has been in a financial issue or has been accused of owing money. Last year, the reality star was accused of owing 450K in back taxes for the Atlanta restaurant that shut down in 2010. Now, the restaurant was called Uptown Restaurant and Lounge while it was running. Peter allegedly failed to make a total of 10 payments. Mhm. Apparently, the missed payments were able to fly under the IRS's radar until now. All right. So it goes on to say that when the eatery officially closed its door, Peter blamed the Great Recession, which began in 2007 and ended in 2009. Peter was accused of not paying his taxes from December 2008 until December 2009. It goes on to say that in 2019, the Jasmine brand exclusively reported that Peter was forced to close his Charlotte bar over a tax lien. Now, he allegedly racked up more than 200,000 in unpaid taxes in the sports bar called Sports One Charlotte was said to return without Peter. Now, according to the source, the bar fell off the map due to Peter's inability to juggle his finances in multiple projects. Okay. And so, of course, it has that information from that tax lien there, or when they reported that tax lien. Now, it wasn't enough that the ex-wife RHOA alum Cynthia Bailey sued him for an unpaid loan in 2020. They have since made a private settlement. Now, Cynthia and Peter wed in 2010. The same year they began starring in The Real Housewives of Atlanta. They divorced in 2017. Okay, so it has that information. Now, based off of this article, what I can tell you guys is if you don't have the Tasha K app, I don't know if she's going to ever bring the specific interview over to YouTube. But in the interview in which hey VS Rowley speaks, what's going on? What's going on? Um, in the actual interview, she actually states that she was responsible for a team of employees, and she actually made reference to in which ways that they couldn't tender out their tips. She stated that, and I'm going to go ahead and put their picture back up here, okay, so that you guys know who exactly I'm talking about. And this is the same lady that is walking away in that video. um so they did do this interview, and in this interview she stated that Peter would allegedly she's stating that Peter wouldn't tender out the tips so that the people could get paid, but what he would do on the back end is state that he cashed them out using gift cards, allegedly. Okay. And she also stated that, she isn't the first person who has been asking for the money. She also isn't the first person who has paid employees out of her own pocket for the money that is owed. She also made reference into the fact that because Peter allegedly his liquor license may be um suspended, and what he would do would be to send his employees to go get the alcohol in their name. Okay. And she provided Tasha K with some receipts. And again, listen, I by no means y'all know how I feel about Tasha K, so I listen. If I will say this, the $12 is worth this particular interview, because you do hear a lot in some of the stuff that we've seen come out in for the past few years. She's elaborating on it, and a lot of the stuff makes sense. Okay, that's just what I'm going to say. It's all alleged information. I don't know what's true, I don't know what's not true. But this is what she was stating in the actual interview. Now, she also, like I said, provided Tasha K with some receipts. Y'all head over to Tasha K's app if y'all want to see those receipts. I listen, Tasha K ain't coming to get me. Okay. But head over there to see the receipts that she had posted. Okay. So let me bring up this other situation here. Give me 1 second. Um, Give me one moment. There is something else I wanted to bring up. Um, Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come on up in here. 65 people up in here. Please hit that like button. Please, please, please. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up right here. Now, this is from Baltimore. So he has things going on with the Miami location allegedly and the Bar One Baltimore location as well. However, you know how the people say Baltimore, Baltimore, that's from Baltimore. Okay, hold on. All right. So now, this is from an article that is local there in Baltimore. Not me really saying that. In Baltimore, okay? This is a local article that was written in regards to this. Okay, so we're going to get into this briefly. All right. 'Cause I think it talks about multiple. Okay, anyway, if your favorite corner pub got shut down by the liquor label recently with a notice taped on to the door, you might not need to panic. They wouldn't need to panic if they saw that. Because how the business making money and how is he able to pay the people if he not making no money? If you can't sell no liquor in there, and I'm quite sure your liquor sales is what brings in the money, um, I'm not quite sure why they wouldn't panic. But anyway, since May the 1st, approximately 100 establishments in the city have been barred from selling alcohol, according to the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City. Okay. Now it goes on to say the reason isn't a renewed temperance movement, but something more about paperwork. Okay. Now I want to get to this particular piece of this article, okay, because this is the notice that is on bar one, Baltimore. Okay, so it is a cease and desist. It states that it is in effect from uh I don't know what they say, child. It's either say 610 or 621. I don't know. It can't say 621 because we ain't there yet. So it must say the first. It gotta say the first. It got it gotta say the first, right? Okay. So from 6/1 of 2023 until indefinitely. Okay. Now, this is basically saying that his expired alcohol beverage license. So here's my take on this. I'll be completely honest, I haven't looked up their actual, whatever the law is in Baltimore. But what I will say is indefinitely means indefinitely, like you're not bound to get it. So are you able to get those license back based off of the way that you're operating? How is that going to happen? Okay. So he was, I guess, operating on an expired alcoholic beverage license. Now, again, this is according to this article, and I have seen other blog sites post about this as well. Um, can y'all see this? Am I back? Okay, y'all can. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is the alleged cease and desist. All right. And it says sales of alcoholic beverage due to and they could say other things, but I'm just a little curious because if you put indefinitely on here, but it's for an expired alcoholic beverage license, what does he have to do to get those licenses back? You know what I'm saying? That I would be wanting to know. So by order of the Board of Liquor License Commissions of Baltimore City, it says this notice must remain um it must remain displayed where it has been placed on the premises by the inspector. Okay. Removing and tampering with this can result in additional penalties. So you can't touch or bother that particular sticker that is on the door. Okay. If they bother it, it is an issue. So I was like, ooh, child. So that's that. Okay. Now she did speak on this briefly in the actual interview, but what I will say is she didn't give too much information, I guess, because she didn't particularly work at that location. She worked at the Miami location. What's going on, Aquarius MC? How are you? How are you? She worked at the Miami location and not the Baltimore location. So she didn't really elaborate on what was going on over there in the Baltimore. I cannot believe I'm really sitting here saying Baltimore. So listen, one thing I will say is just listening to this, y'all, I'm not gonna say I could never be in the restaurant industry, but you really gotta be on top of your stuff. Okay. You really gotta be on top of your stuff. And it's not easy. And we see a lot of times Tasha K made reference to how she didn't like how celebrities go out, get these restaurants, and then their restaurants not do particularly well because they don't have the experience in running an actual restaurant. You can't just slap your name on something and just expect for things to be able to work in that manner, because it doesn't work out like that. They talked about, there have been people who have been to bar one and have given their experience or have given a review on their experience. One of the things that I see consistently on Google is that the food is good, but the service is not so much so good. What's going on, Sharice? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody coming in the room. Please hit that like button. Please, please, please. So I find that to be very interesting because again, y'all, when I say the food industry is really tough, because there are permits and license in which you have to do deep research and diving into. And I don't always like to say, Google is free, because some of these things aren't just accessible to click on and know, right? Some of these things you really honestly have to experience other things to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, it's tough. It's tough. Yes, service makes or break an eatery, because one of the things that we have to remember that we can't say is that, and I notice I hear this a lot, that black people don't like to tip. But listen, if the service is good, black people just want good food and good service. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you give me good food and great, great service, what choice do I have but to celebrate you in that sense? Because you giving me something that I really want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think we get shortchanged so much, is because number one, we know our own attitudes, right? We know our own attitude. If we see um if we see anything wrong with our food, we are quick to correct it, send it back, or take it off my ticket. We're perfect for doing that. However, doesn't mean that other races don't do it. So please don't take that the wrong way. I'm specifically talking about the black people because I am black, okay? The stigma on us is that we don't tip. The stigma on us is that we complain about everything. But really, it be them other people that be complaining more than us, to be honest. But this is what we have, and this is kind of what we deal with. So going to a black-owned restaurant and you are already black, okay? You know what I'm saying? You already are held to a standard in which you don't have room to really mess up. And especially if you have more than one location, like you don't have the room to mess up. Or if you do mess up, what's up, Zach, for you? If you do mess up, take the constructive criticism and work on it. But it sounds like, per this young lady in this interview, an an ex general manager of Bar One of Miami, stated that there were a lot of times that people would ask Peter for money. He would get really upset and start, I'm not gonna say the word because I don't really know, but y'all know that word that Jamaicans, I think it is Jamaicans that say when, I guess, when they get upset or something like that, that he would blurt those words out. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because I don't really know what it means, but I have heard it several times. Okay, I have definitely heard it several times, but I don't know what it means, so I'm not gonna repeat it. However, she was stating that he would cuss them out and be like, I pay you when I get ready. She also alleged, and I'm going to continue to say that this information is alleged because this came from an interview in which I watched. Um, she also stated that allegedly, like the kitchen crew, they didn't get paid on time, and it's almost like they couldn't say much about it because of the fact that they may have not been from here. Okay, if y'all understand where I'm going with that, right? um they're working there, and I'm assuming that based off of the way that she was talking, Peter hires people who may have a background. Okay. um and I guess that is based off of what she was stating. Allegedly, that is one of the things that he uses against them when they do ask for their money. Okay. So again, I don't know. I mean, we've seen practices even on TV that a lot of people have shaking their head at when it comes to Peter Thomas, and specifically speaking about Cynthia and the Real Housewives of Atlanta and what he brought to that. You know what I mean? It listen, you gotta I learned the hard way. I will say that as well. It's not easy, and it's not something that you can just honestly brush over, right? You can't brush over it because at the end of the day, your core bread and butter is these businesses, or should be these restaurants. Specifically, y'all know when we go out for a cute little brunch, most of us want a drink or something. When we go date, you know what I'm saying? When we go out on a Sunday, Saturday, you know what I'm saying? And we looking to have a good time, we looking for a beverage. So the reason why I'm saying that is because your liquor sales are probably just as high or even higher than your food sales in general. And that's just typically the way it is because when people go out, they look to have a good time. Food is important, but liquor is also important as well. Now, bad service will receive a low tip, but I always tip when a waiter is serving me. Yeah, it's very important. And I've learned that the hard way too. And a lot of times, hey, Brownstone, what's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to speak to everybody that's coming in here. What's going on, St. Marquise? How are you? How are you? But for me, again, one of the things that we look for when we go out to eat, say you going to brunch with your girls, okay? Y'all going out for brunch or whatever the case may be. There are specific things that you are going to look for when it comes time to tip that waiter, right? That's just the realistic thing, right? You're going to look for specific things in order to tip that waiter. Whatever that waiter does that you are looking for, that their tip solely depends on that, right? That's just the way it is. So when I saw that people were saying they were saying that they had to give good stars because the food was good, I can understand the food being good, but if the service is not good, I don't really care about the food. I'll give you guys something for instance. I think a lot of you have seen or heard of the turkey leg cut in Houston, Texas. Okay. This is a very great place. Now, I started going to the turkey leg cut when they first opened up the turkey leg cut. What's up, Two Feisty? What's going on? What's going on? Um, the turkey leg cut is now it has become a really huge thing, right? That's specifically one of the restaurants that people look to come to when they come to Houston, Texas. However, here's what I'm going to say. Over time, I have been there, I'd say roughly about 6 to 7 times, right? And the very last time, well, the very last 2 times, I was completely turned off because of the service, right? You have to stand in those lines. It's hot outside. Most of y'all know that Houston is humid, child. And so, and some of y'all live in humid climates, but Houston is humid, and you don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying, stand in those lines. And so, I remember one time we really thought we was doing something by getting there early in the morning, but it be people that literally be waiting hours before the restaurant opened. That's how good the food was, right? Again, it wasn't the service wasn't quite there. And I think that they had a high turnover rate considering how busy the restaurant was, right? Because when you have a busy restaurant like that, you got to make sure you paying your employees on time because come a busy season or a busy holiday and then you're not paying them and they walk out on you. According to this young lady that did this interview with Tasha K, she stated, for instance, that there were several employees that walked out on Peter, bar one Miami location during Mother's Day. Okay. One of the y'all know that's one of the biggest days because a lot of people don't, necessarily cook for Mother's Day anymore. Well, I don't know if they ever did, but people can go out. Mother's Day is on a Sunday. It's easier to probably take mama out to a restaurant or take her out somewhere. Okay. It's quick and easy, right? And so she was stating that the tension got high, frustrations got high. She's been threatened to like people been threatened to slap her, people been threatened to throw drinks in her face and all kind of stuff. And these are allegations that she was making in the interview. Again, I want to stress that. That's why I have the banner going down the bottom of the screen. All of this information is alleged, okay? But she was stating that she had customers who threatened to do certain things to her and all kinds of stuff. And she also said that she, again, I've already stated this, but she said she paid employees out of her own pocket. But one of the things that was really shocking to me was she stated that Peter sent her to purchase alcohol allegedly for the restaurant, right? And when he sent her to go make this purchase, he advised her that she needed to make this purchase in her name. Okay. Now, this purchase allegedly was supposed to be around $17,000, according to the receipt that she provided to Tasha K. Okay. Um, she's stating that this was $17,000 worth of alcohol, but she stated that nothing was paid. Per the receipt, it was tendered out and cashed out to look as if it was paid, but it really wasn't. And again, I think if you've been doing certain things for a while, you try to find continuous loopholes to get through those things. But you just can't do that. You can't do that in the food industry. This is why I say the industry is very competitive. It's not an easy industry to be in. And you honestly have to be super careful, especially with things like that, because when you get your license and stuff, those things are like, those are legal bonds. Like you can't just be out here doing any and everything with that. Like you literally can get fined with any type of certificate or license that you have. Whatever state that you're in, you have to provide information that's accurate and true. Otherwise, you can risk losing your license and also paying fines. So I really be trying to figure out what's going on, Demi Bell, what's going on, Miss Bernita Salter, what's going on, how are you lovely ladies doing this morning? He does have a reputation down here just like he did in Atlanta. And that is something that this young lady stated. She did state that. She said his reputation here is just how it was in Atlanta when he had the restaurant here that had to close. Now, again, a lot of you have come in after I read the very first article. The very first article that I read um went back to March. Okay. In March, a lady by the name of Candy, okay, stated that she was having these issues with Peter Thomas when it came to the restaurant industry, and she spoke out, right? Then this interview was done and dropped by Tasha K. I don't know when it was done, but it was dropped by Tasha K yesterday. And I was in total shock because at first, I when I got that notification that I really thought about the bishop, okay? Because honey, the day that Tasha K drag him again is gonna be insane. But when I saw it and I saw the interview, and I'm like, okay, now wait a minute, I'm gonna have to check this out and see what's going on here. So again, we knew that the very first employee that we actually heard from was talking about the $1,400 that he allegedly owes her. Now, give me just a second, guys, because I'm going to find something that she stated that Peter. Hold on, let's see. So Peter allegedly took to his social media to um I know I have this somewhere, but anyway, he took some checks and the checks were all dated for the same day and he was showing that they were voided. I guess it was a way of him again explaining that he actually is paying his employees. But that's not how they are referring to everything, okay? This young lady said that um he doesn't even have a good reputation with banks because when they see checks with his information on it, allegedly a lot of places don't want to cash those checks. Or, and these can be certified checks in which you get paid for he's not delivering. He's not, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, allegedly, according to her. Okay. What's up, Louisiana chick? What's going on? What's going on? Listen, I gotta celebrate because I did get a cash app from Tasha. Shout out to Tasha for the cash app. We got to bump about it because we appreciate any love. Okay, we appreciate any love. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, so um again, y'all, and typically I don't listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wouldn't refer y'all over there to the app, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all really want the tea and the receipts, y'all definitely would have to check out Tasha K's app because she do have a way of getting people with her content. Okay, she don't be here for that. So y'all definitely have to check out Tasha K and what she got going on over there because she did provide, this lady allegedly provided a lot of information, a lot of receipts, and stuff like that. And so, you know, Tasha K is careful with her stuff. So I got to be smart. All right. And that's why I also want to play the audio over here because I don't know if y'all know, but Tasha K, do her team do be listening, child. They be listening and they do be going and wanting to flag people's videos and stuff. So I don't want no copyright or none of that stuff. So that's why we're not playing the video. But the interview was about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Hold on. But so it's an hour and 4 minutes. But okay, so the lady's name that's in this interview, her name is Alicia Hunt, allegedly. Okay, now this is again per Tasha K. Now listen, y'all know a lot of things I take with a grain of salt when it comes to Tasha K. However, this particular situation I think is a little bit different because of the fact that we've been seeing receipts come out about this type of stuff, and so it it shows. And the receipts, no lie, her receipts line up with exactly what she's saying. So y'all definitely have to check that out. I can't bring myself to pay that $12 fee. But the intro, okay, so she did drop the intro on YouTube. So maybe she'll bring it to YouTube eventually. Maybe she'll bring it to YouTube eventually. If she brings it to YouTube eventually, then I'll know that you guys have watched it, and then we can kind of go over it again. But I'm telling y'all, it was some information in which some of the information I'm not going to repeat. Okay, I'm absolutely not going to repeat. But there were some things that she stated that, things were done to her allegedly, um things done to other employees, other young ladies that work there. Um and Tasha K also stated too that when she went, and I guess I have also heard this from other people, not just Tasha K, but I have also, excuse me guys, I've also heard from other people that it's a lot of young women that work at his establishment. A lot of young women. And so, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, so while I'm live, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this too. So hold on one second because I'm gonna cut this video up and then I will place this video last. So hold on one second, guys. Um, okay, listen. Y'all bear with me. Check out this trailer for tomorrow's episode. All right. And then we're gonna move over into another subject that I was gonna do a whole new video on it. But since I'm live, I'm gonna do it live, but then I'm gonna splice it up and make it a separate video. Okay. So hold on one second. That way y'all can get this from me now and get my feelings on this now because I done had some coffee. Okay. Um, hold on. Page 8. All right, so check out this. Make sure you hit that like button as we tip on into Wendy Williams, her son, and her manager. We most definitely have to talk about that because I think that this is absolutely wild. So check out this brief trailer, and then we will be right back with the Wendy Williams tea of it. Oh,
How could you have a hot topics with Chef Dun Dun and friends and I'm not on it? Like, it really wouldn't make any sense.
forgot about something.
What?
So I remember when you had made a post on Twitter. What's your prediction?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't see nothing. How far? Hopefully to hell. Hot topics, child. Let's go.
That's all I'm doing is agreeing with you. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Next case.
Hey, y'all better get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, it's about to be good. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna talk about this. Like I said, I am gonna break this up into a hot topics look interesting. Oh, I like this music. Oh, I'm going to watch. But listen, make sure you get your life because it is going to be a great episode. It is strictly really reality TV based. Y'all know that that's what Scotty covers mostly, and so we gonna talk about some reality shows, and y'all going. I'm. This is more of a conversation about the hot topics, but of course it's more of a conversation, so the topics are a little bit longer. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and get that to y'all. So let's get into this here really quick. So I wanted to get into this Wendy Williams situation that she is having, and what's going on according to her son. All right, so give me just a moment here, and we're getting ready to pull up this article so that you guys will know exactly what's going on because it seems to be several things going on. Listen, if y'all would like to show some love, you're more than welcome by hitting that like button because it is free. Okay, it is free to show some love by hitting that like button. All right. So let's get into this. So this is reported from the Sun. Okay, so they allegedly did where they allegedly had a conversation with Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr. Okay, so let's get into it. Give me 1 second. Let me present this on my screen, and then we will get into it together. Maybe. No, we will. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Wendy's situation is very sad, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I would love to hear Wendy's take on a lot of things that are going on in the news as of lately. You know what I'm saying? Within the last year and a half, 2 years, however long she been gone, I have wanted to hear Wendy's perspective on several things. Now, some things I could probably go without, but on several things I would have liked to know what she thought. So let's get into this. Now, this is coming from the Sun, okay? The Sun literally is the name of the article. I mean, the name of the blog. Okay, so it says exclusive. She needs help. Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Jr., fears for mom is near death and blames team for spiral as he breaks silence in very first interview. Okay, so this is the first time that we've ever heard from Kevin, and let's take a listen. Now, Kevin 22 slammed Wendy's inner circle and accused them of taking advantage of her wealth, fame, and inability to make sound decisions aimed at her battle with severe alcoholism. Okay. It goes on to also say that Kevin said that his mother mentally and physical that his mother's mental and physical health has been in jeopardy since beginning placed under guardianship last year. So you guys remember that there was a whole big old thing about the guardianship and Wells Fargo holding her money. Um so yes, that was a big old thing that was going on. Now he believes concerns over Wendy's health have been pushed aside, while others around her are profiting from the projects she's involved in. Now, Kevin told the U.S. Sun, I know there are all sorts of things happening that I know in her right mind she would never agree to. As hard as it is seeing her being taken advantage of, I know that if I'm making sure she as a person is okay, that is the most important thing. So he's basically saying that, you know, his mom's health is important. And I totally agree with that. Like, who wouldn't want to see their mom doing well? Okay. Who wouldn't want to see their mom doing well? So let's get into the rest of this. All right. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right, so it says that basically, eventually, she's going to realize the craziness that's been going on. The U.S. Sun recently exclusively reported that she was in the hospital last month in New York, which her son also now also confirms. Now, Kevin said that Wendy's jeweler turned manager Will Selby contacted him in mid-May to tell him that his mother was in the hospital. Now, Kevin claimed that it was the first time that he had heard from Will, who he often calls the jeweler, in several months. Okay. Now, Will called to tell me that she was in the hospital, he said, adding that they last spoke last year. Now, at the time the U.S. Sun interviewed Kevin, um, he claimed that no one from Wendy's team, her guardianship, or the court that holds her case has told him Wendy had been released from the hospital. Now, I don't like this. I don't like this. Now, I feel like if Kevin is not in the know of what's going on with his mom, that's a problem because we can't expect for him to feel no other way than what's going on with his mom. So, I mean, come on now. Clearly, they're not in the same space. And clearly, with the guardianship, he's not in the know of what's going on with his mom. I don't like that. I don't really like that at all. Okay. Now, this goes on to say that he also said no one updated him to let him know that she had been allegedly been moved out of New York. Now, Wendy's rep, Sean Zentine, whatever that is, gave a statement to Page Six on May the 20th, following the Sun's original report that Wendy was in the hospital in New York. Now, I can confirm that Wendy Williams is not in the hospital as reported. I can also confirm that she is not in New York, Sean said at the time. Now, Wendy bowed out of her scheduled speaking engagement on May the 20th at the Atlanta Women's Expo, days before the event, due to her apparent declining health. Now, there are celebrities that say and do worse to people and thrive in their lives and careers. I mean, I understand that gossip can be hurtful, but everyone is guilty of gossiping. If she's that experiencing karma for gossiping, oh, karma. Well, ooh, okay. Mm. Well, listen. You know, I try not to call out nobody's karma, baby, because you never know when yours is coming. Because we're not perfect out here in this world. Now, Kevin expressed his concern about the people around Wendy um, pre- presently who continue to profit off of her. Now, what's been made more important by the people around her is that while her health may not be great, she needs to keep on earning income. And in my opinion, that should not be a priority at all. And whoever has been hired, they are taking advantage of someone who needs to get better. And I'm kind of wondering, um, how is well, we're gonna get into this, but I think what Kevin is also saying too, he feels like the guardianship is tied up some kind of way. which kind of makes sense. Because how is he, as the son, listen, whatever they agreed on, that's their business as far as her paying up his rent or whatever the case may be. But the issue that I have is how's these people still on her payroll, okay, and still being able to get paid. So again, if I was her son, I would be having these same questions. I do not fault him whatsoever for these questions that he is literally asking. Come on now, this is my mom. Anyway, let's get into it. And Kevin said that his mother's health has declined since she was living with him in Florida from late 2021 until the spring of 2022. Okay, there's a picture of Wendy. There's another picture of Wendy. Another picture of Wendy. Okay, so Wendy's alcoholism. I know the rate that she's used alcohol isn't like the normal person, and we've spoken about it. I've said this is one thing where you don't know how to approach it normally, and that's fine. And it's gotten to the point where, yes, it could have that effect that it might be fatal because it affects her way worse than the normal person since it stays in her system. Okay. Kevin claims. So basically, he's saying that the alcohol stays in her system a little bit longer. Okay. So according to her son, who said that he was in his mother's doctor's appointments when she was with him in Florida. Wendy's various alignments have a compounding effect, and her body doesn't process alcohol like the average person, which is true. If you're dealing with any type of illness, your body does not process alcohol like the normal person or the person who doesn't have those specific health issues. And according to the specific health issues that Wendy may have, that is absolutely true. Okay. So getting into it now, there are a lot of people who are very aware that there is an issue with her drinking and how that issue may be helped. But I think these people are trying to take advantage of it while allowing it to play out to make it look like they aren't causing the issue. So basically, he's saying the people around her are affecting her by allowing her to do certain things that she would normally be able to get away with if being with him. And I can totally understand that because ain't nobody gonna tell me that you're not gonna be concerned about your mama. Okay. Let's see. Mm, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Some of the things, but and I agree with Too Feisty too. Uh we definitely know what the Bible says. I can totally agree with that, but at the same token, her giving her opinion and saying some of the things, some of these folks still to this day is saying worse things than she is and still living a fruitful life. You know what I'm saying? And listen, again, our opinions are our opinions. Sometimes our opinions can get gutter, and we cannot like someone's approach in which they do things. But one thing that I will always say, and we can throw Bible scriptures out, we can do whatever we want to do. I don't call out nobody's karma, okay? Because at some point, some of the things that you've done in your life, just like we say that Wendy is taking account to, you have to take account to as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful on how we pinpoint somebody else's karma based off of what we've already done in our own lives. Make sure, okay, that again, before the judgment does take place, that all of your stuff is lined up. If you understand what I'm saying, that's where I go with that. I don't ever try to call out people's karma because what you think can be somebody's karma may not even be what that is. Okay, so we do I think as a people we have to be extremely careful on how we call out certain things. Okay, and that's no shade to anybody. That's facts. Okay. Now, Wendy spent nearly 3 months in Malibu, in a Malibu rehab from August to October of 2022 for her alcoholism. Okay. And Kevin said that he was told his mother signed contracts either during or immediately after her stay for working arrangements with the jeweler and manager Will. And I'm still trying to understand, how is this man getting paid if she is under a conservatorship? This is it's kind of weird to me. Now, anyway, they had her in a position where she was agreeing to a lot of that she shouldn't have. Okay. When I heard that, it turned me off, Kevin said. I'm trying to attempt to know what everyone's intention is around her. At first, I was like, okay, this is the team she wants to have around. But once I heard that she was agreeing to stuff around her rehab, I thought, well, okay, they are taking advantage. Kevin claimed that the times that his mother does go to get the help that she desperately needs, people seem to swoop in and use the opportunity to get her alone. You know, something else I want to bring up, and I don't know why ain't nobody talking about this, but this is very telling. Y'all remember when Jason Lee put out that recording of Wendy Williams stating that she was married? Okay, do y'all remember that this few months ago? Um, and we never heard anything else about it. Then we heard that she was coming out with a podcast. Then we heard she was taping for a reality show, which I still think her brother need to shut up about, because it seems like you was right in front of the cameras, right along with her, saying that they shouldn't be in it. So, you know, anyway, moving on. Now Kevin claimed that the times. Okay, so I read that. I read that part. Now let's try to see how we can make her act the way that we want her to act, or if we can kind of control the rate at which she's handing herself. Now Kevin said that he also believes his mother's team has pretty much enabled her drinking. Okay, and that can be true. We also heard that there was a story in which she got with her team and one night decided to celebrate, and it got crazy. It got absolutely crazy. Okay. Um, Chef, you are right. Uh yeah, that's my thing. You know, people can do as they choose, but I tend to be very careful calling out people's karma. And I tend to be very careful with that, because you don't know what God's intention is. Okay. You have no clue. And however you believe karma comes back, you have no clue what the intention is. So we can't call out what we think the karma is, because again, we've messed up in our own lives, and we may not have gotten the karma for something that we've done a few years ago that was just terrible. We don't know that. So again, that's why I say, let's just be careful calling it out. Again, you do what you want to do, but for me, I do be very careful with that. Very, very careful. Okay. So all the men in her life are taking advantage of her. What has occurred with Wendy is just like anyone else. It is just the universe shifting, and it works. Hey, Mrs. Parker, that's absolutely right, and I can agree with that, y'all. No one is disagreeing with the fact that that can be the case, right? It can most definitely be the case, but solely what we're speaking on now, and I don't think again we're understanding the big picture. This is her son being concerned about her, and honestly, we can't dictate that from him. But we can't take that from him. We don't have that right. We don't. We do not have the right for him to feel. He is feeling the way that he's feeling, and again, we don't have that right to snatch that away from him. So again, the public can think what they want to think about the situation in which Wendy is dealing with. But when it comes to her son speaking out about what's going on with her, I think that that should literally be respected, because what if the roles were reversed? Like, come on now, y'all. That's That's the bigger picture here. The bigger picture again, because we gonna always have our feeling about Wendy Williams forever in a day, right? But respectfully, her son is feeling some type of way, and her son is expressing how he's feeling. And I think again that we can't blame everyone else for Wendy's actions before she was on and got cheated on. She did questionable things, which is understandable. Again, no one is taking those things away. What I've stated, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on for everybody, right? Is just be careful how you call out certain things as far as karma is concerned. Again, you're gonna have your opinion. I get that. But just be careful. Be careful because you don't know if you've lived yours either. That's all I'm saying. And again, respectfully, her son deserves to speak out. Okay. Now, this is something else I want to get into. This article is quite long. Okay. So, something else I want to get into, I want to get into Will Selby's response to this. Okay. So, hold on one second. I do think the people around her are taking advantage of her. One instance is literally what he's saying is the people that are around her are enabling these things. When if you love a person and you are concerned about a person, you would try to help them to stop these things. There have been times where we have seen and heard people do interviews in which they state that they have pretty much taking Wendy out, knowing Wendy is looking crazy, taking pictures of her, putting those pictures out. That's what they're talking about. I do absolutely think that those men are taking advantage that are around her. Again, how is it that y'all are still around? Because nobody that doesn't get paid does not stick around. So how is it that y'all are still around? Y'all still manage to be around, right? It does look like y'all are taking advantage. It absolutely does. Is she responsible for her actions? Yeah. But I again think that in this particular situation where he's calling out is absolutely true. I do think that. Absolutely. Um so let's see here. People dogged out Kelvin Singer, but he would never what? He would never what? He would never would. This man is over there still begging for this woman. No, this woman money is tied up and still begging for this woman to pay for his new hips. Girl, if you don't go over there and ask Shadina, Shalina, whatever that girl name is, ask her for some new hips. Cause you wasn't worried about no new hips when you was over there around the corner humping on her. You weren't worried about no who new hips did. Y'all already know how I feel about Kevin and them hips. So that right there. Woo. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, hold on one second. I had this article up already. Um, all right, so we're gonna do this one from entertainment tonight. Better file for Medicaid. Better go get your job where you can get your little insurance or something. Child, don't you be coming over here asking for no new hips. You want to think about them hips when you was riding that car over there humping on Shadina, okay? You want to think about them wide hips then, okay? That what you wasn't doing. I love talking about that man hips. He literally wanted Wendy to pay for his hip surgery. Girl, what? Okay, over these last few years, you have been with that lady. You get you sir, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I do too, because again, Tasha says she feels sorry for little Kevin. I do too, because I do think that there are areas in which are very great to him. Um, this is his first interview. What's going on, LMB? What's going on, Andre Carr? What's going on, Roxy? This is very new to him, so I can understand that, and I feel like again, you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like this young man is 22 years old, so we can't say that this young man don't shouldn't have no questions. You know what I'm saying? Um, no, if they were together, Wendy wouldn't be in controversy. Um, well, I don't necessarily think that's true, Mrs. Parker. Well, I listen. I disagree with that, but that's your take on it, and listen, I'm gonna let you have it. But yeah, I disagree with that. Um, let's see. As Sharita, is that her name? Child, I never know that lady name in real life. Shadina, Sharita. Who is Shadina? Where I get Shadina from? Uh, I thought her name was Shadina. Well, Sharina, whatever her name is, when he was trying to put her in the conservatorship, uh, yeah, I don't, that's why I said I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with that at all. Sharina. Okay, so it's Sharina. Well, you went over there doing what Sharina was over there doing. You weren't worried about them new hips then. Okay, you were still over there hunching and munching and going on over there with Shadina and Sharina. I don't know why I keep calling that lady Shadina. I have already said what he need to do is call Tim Norman, okay? Call down there to the federal to the prison bureau. Call down there and speak to call down there and speak to Tim and ask Tim what he doing over there with the big hips, and maybe he can give you some advice about your hips, okay? Since you want new hips. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so this is another article. Okay, so this one here says Wendy Williams is in a treatment facility doing her best to be her best, her manager exclusively states. Okay, so here's what I have to say about this. Um, listen, one thing about me is you really honestly can do whatever you want to me. I'm gonna still wish the best for you, right? And I feel like if there is a need in which someone needs help, regardless of what that looks like, I pray that they honestly get it. Okay. I really do. There's not a time where I want to sit back and really take joy in or uh uh you know what I'm saying, when people are struggling regardless of what that is. You know what I'm saying? I understand that some people aren't there. Some people just aren't there. But for me, I don't ever want to sit back. You can be my worst enemy, and I don't ever want to sit back and watch you suffer through something, watch you deal with something and not get the help that you need. Like that, there's not a bone in my body that will allow that to happen. Okay. So I think in this particular situation, I really hope that Wendy, every time that we see that she's going to a treatment facility, I want her to really honestly get the treatment that she deserves. I said the same thing when it came to Jaguar Wright, right? As much of a kiki as Jaguar gives to me, I do pray that you literally get the help that you need, because literally sitting and witness you take your son's ashes and rub them on your, those are things that I really pray and honestly hope that people get better. And the reason why I say that is because I come from parents who struggle with drugs, okay? Literally. And one of the things that I again never want to see someone do is literally dwell in that space, especially if they do want the help. Okay. And again, I think it's very encouraging to be able to be around and be encouraging of some sort. Let me read your comments. Hold on. I can't stand with Kevin with this trifling self. He is very much so trifling. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. In my opinion, Kelvin was a part of Wendy's downfall. Absolutely. I agree. Gabby, I get it. But didn't Wendy have control of her money? Didn't Wendy have a what? Wendy doesn't have control of anything. She hasn't had control since for a while. Since not being on the show and all of that kind of stuff. She hasn't had control in quite some time. Which is again why I'm trying to figure out how is it that the staff is still able to be getting paid. Y'all still sticking around. Ain't nobody sticking around if they ain't getting paid. Come on now. Um, you're nice, not me. Well, listen, that's why I say everybody is different. Everybody is different. And listen, however you feel is typically not typically, but solely on you. I think just for me, I never want to bask in seeing someone hurt like that. I don't. I'm not saying you have to like him, but he would never let her empire crumble. He was a part of the empire crumbling. Mrs. Parker. I mean, just honestly speaking, he was a part of the empire crumbling. He is really the sole reason the empire crumbled. Come on now. But I'll let you have that. Yes, I agree. I wish we could have the old Wendy back, but I don't think it will happen. Yeah, I think a lot of things have transpired that makes things hard or makes those things hard. Now, maybe y'all know something that I don't, but I don't know what Wendy did that was so extra bad that she's deserving of current circumstances. Yeah, I guess that's kind of where I'm lost at it with, and that's why I said people gonna have their opinions about it, but that's kind of where I'm lost at with it. Like there has been things that have just been worse, the things that have been done that have been worse, and I don't know, I don't know. Maybe it could be me, but I'm feeling that same way too. I don't necessarily know what it is. I just think the extended use alcohol consumption in genetics are why she's having health issues. Yeah, because that stuff catches up with you. Okay, you didn't read it all. I didn't read it all. But he would never let her. I'm not saying you have to like him, but he would never let her empire crumble. Um, okay, maybe. Okay, I read that. I read that. I'm talking about prior to her leaving Kelvin. Yeah, I mean, again, listen, that man was a part of her empire falling. So I don't know how we can come to that to that conclusion because he is part of the reason why she's where she's at. And that's I mean, at least that's how I feel. To Feisty, the biggest thing is that destroyed Wendy is what happens to a lot of people who yeah, yeah. Listen, and I think this is one of the things that I guess I can literally have grace on is and again, everybody is in somewhere different in their life, right? Um, but I think when it comes to drug use, it is one of those things to where I guess if you haven't really experienced it up that close and in person, um I mean we wouldn't know, but then also remember that everything that they were doing or that she was doing allegedly was heightened. Okay, so from just a regular person to the person that Wendy was, it does destroy lives, it destroys relationships, it destroys a lot of different things. So maybe that's why I can have a little bit of grace on this situation just because I've witnessed it and seen it. I mean, other people can feel the same way, but sorry, I wasn't looking in the chat. Oh, you speaking. Um, she could remove herself from the marriage, but we aren't going to act like uh though he didn't help her in her TV career. Yeah, I can agree with that he helped her in her TV career, but I can also agree that he made her empire crumble. He's part of the reason. Okay, agree to disagree. Yeah, that's what I've been stating. We can agree to disagree. It's no big deal. No love lost. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is mine. It is what it is. Um, what's going on? Just simply, what's going on? What's going on? You didn't get your notification. Well, baby, I don't know why you didn't get your notification because had was telling the people we was going live. But what's going on? Give me the code. What's going on? Uh, I think we're just going to have to agree to disagree on Hippie, because he's the reason why she has no real support from the industry peers and has little to no friends during her health crisis. I can agree with that. I can. And again, I think a lot of people just gonna have their opinions. Hey, Kim and Nicole. Okay, let's see. He isolated her from people, uh, cheated on her, had a baby, and humiliated her. Go kill. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it too. um, have fun in the chat. Gotta run. Take care. You too. You too. You too. Exactly. Aunt Natty. Y'all act like Wendy wasn't. Um. Um. You know what? I'm gonna just let you have your opinion on that. Most definitely. I didn't get my notification either. Then it's YouTube, child. I'm getting more and more confused. Kelvin helped out. Yeah, but yeah, I was a little lost with that one too. I mean, that was kind of news to me too. I mean, you know, Wendy was down with him having Sharina for years. Charlemagne even said it. Are we listening to Charlemagne? I know they good buds or whatever, but we listening to Charlemagne. Go off then. Go off. Go off. Okay, go off. Kelvin did not make Wendy LOL point blank period. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I totally disagree with all of that. But people go like I said, have they opinion. If Kevin helped Wendy's If Kevin helped Wendy's career, then he should be able to help Shadina's career. Clearly, he can't. He don't have a career for himself to speak on. That's one thing I will say. I'm just trying to figure out if you have all of this producing experience and all of that, why you ain't doing other stuff? And from my understanding, this man got his own production company. Why you ain't doing nothing with it? Now that I will say, I like that I don't understand. Um, what's up, Miss Major? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Um, yes, facts. They all took vacations together, but that meant that okay, hey, again, it is what it is. Y'all can feel how y'all choose to. I get no notification either. Child, I don't know what's going on with YouTube and they stuff. Listen, I'm just saying, it's a lot of things that I just, you know, But let's be really clear though. Shadina, Sherina, whatever her name is, she really not that girl. Because if he did this to Wendy, who he so built an empire with, he not gonna do it to you too, sis, which y'all don't have nothing together. I mean, I'm just saying, but I'm keeping my comments to myself. I pray Wendy gets the help that she needs in the name of Jesus. Amen. Hey, totally up to y'all. What you want to express? I told y'all I'll let y'all have y'all opinion. Definitely let y'all have y'all opinion on it. If he did so much for Wendy, why didn't he do it for his baby mama? Everybody's saying that. Evans Parker, if you took Charlemagne to be the truth, I feel bad for you. Charlemagne will say anything to make sure he clean. Mm. People throwing stuff at the wall trying to see what sticks. Ooh, ooh, Kimmy. I seen what stick. Not they throwing the noodles at the wall to see if they sticky. Not they throwing the spaghetti noodles at the wall to see if they stick or not. He can't even get no new producer well. He got his own production company. I will go ahead and say that. And to be very clear, he absolutely did want Winnie to pay for that new hip, child. I was like, is it a hip or is it a knee? I don't know which one it is. Probably both of them at this point, at the rate he going. But whatever it is, listen, this is the only time that I say that you would have to be held responsible for your own self, honey. Don't come over here asking for me to pay for your hospital bill or nothing like that. Don't ask me to come over here and pay for your hip surgery. No. Ask Shadina to pay for it. Ask her to get online and do a vegan recipe, and whatever coins she collect from that vegan recipe, then she can use that to pay for your new hip. Or call Tim Norman down at the federal prison and ask Tim what he did. Okay? Period. Oh, yes, please, no profanity in the comment section. Please, 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 because Miles will hold your comment. Okay. Well, actually, YouTube will hold the comment and the Miles gonna leave it. Okay. Please, 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 just respectfully. Suffice they have been for years. Charlemagne introduced her to Kelvin and Wendy. They both took a liking to her. Well, we didn't hear about all her nasty secrets until he wasn't there anymore to keep them under wraps. He can be a dogger while also having her best interest business wise at heart. Okay. Listen, y'all can have that opinion. I don't see it, but I'll let y'all have it. I'll let y'all have it. um, the resorts they went to were known for swinging. I'm gonna need proof that Wendy is sleeping with Oh my god, girl, baby, let me put my legend banner up here because some of the stuff of these comments I'm reading, child. Okay, wait. Let me get back up here. Listen, I mean, listen, y'all enjoying the content, y'all talking to me. Go ahead and bless the channel free by hitting that like button. And if you decide to donate to the channel, it is in the comment section as well. The two fights to call her, she crazy enough right now, she'll admit it. Oh wow. Wow. Wow, Mrs. Parker. Hey, chef in chat. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, Brittany, we need you in here because we need you to sing some songs. Okay, we need you to sing some songs. Please sing a song or two. Hey, Brittany, what's going on, my love? What's going on? What's going on? Not us gossiping and reporting hearsay, trying to earn it. Karma the people who say Wendy deserve. Listen, in the court begging the judge to pay his HOA fees. What production company? Well, I ain't say he was out there getting, producing anything. I just say he got a production company. Okay. Uh, sounds like a pee pee. Ooh. Oh my God. That is you enjoy the vacations. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know why they really tickled me on that. Oh, I'm sorry, that tickled me up. That tickled me up. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, wait, Natty, that was a good one. I'm sorry. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. That took me. Oh, that was a laugh I didn't think I needed. I didn't know I needed. Oh, I need to stop thinking that these people didn't live these lives. Not just Charlemagne. I know he is alive because he lived with them and introduced them other journalists and radio hosts. Yes, please, 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 please remember, misspell your curse words. Y'all just got to be creative. Uh, I don't think anyone is playing you for crazy. I just think there's a lot of people that just kind of disagree with that being thrown out there like that because we don't really have no facts or proof that that's true. Oh, all about the vacation. What happened? I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. Oh. What Wendy is going through, I wouldn't wish her my worst enemy. I wouldn't either. I mean, people out here acting like that lady has went out here and absolutely like unalive somebody. My goodness, really? She deserved this stuff when we don't even wish this on people who have unalive somebody. Come on, y'all. Really? Oh, that wasn't supposed to tickle me that much, but that was funny. Oh. Uh, the people do all kind of ungodly things. I don't think anybody is saying that again, but we just can't be throwing stuff out there with hearsay like that. Those are serious allegations that you just can't be throwing out there like that. I mean, because if we go if that's the conversation, all of these celebrities, we're gonna talk about them all because they all doing something. You know what I'm saying? If that's the route we're gonna go down, I think we understand that. Natty, I already listened to the radio stations, listen to the people who party with Kelvin and Wendy. Woo, take me to the king. I don't have much to bring, but to gaze upon your glory. Oh, Brittany, yes, honey, we needed it. We needed it. We need it. I'm not saying his intentions were pure. Think about it. Keeping her business Top of mine was also keeping money in his pockets, his lifestyle. Serena depending upon Wendy's positive public image. Yeah. Hmm. No one deserves this, regardless of how you feel. That woman worked hard. Yeah, I agree. She did work hard, and I also agree too. Like it ain't like she went out and just masked on alive people. You know what I'm saying? I think again, what she's dealing with is like, listen, I'm not calling that what I'm calling it. Oh, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we all know that. We. That's something that we all know. We definitely know that. We know that they definitely be dibbling and dabbling. You know, it comes out all the time. It comes out all the time. Okay, so oh, now that I'm done being a little tickled, let's get into this briefly, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I need to film a cooking video. But anyway, Wendy Williams' manager has some hopeful news for fans of the former TV host. ET spoke with Wendy's manager, Will Selby, who confirmed that she is currently in a wellness facility where she is receiving treatment. Wendy is in a facility doing the best to be her best. Okay. She's taking it day by day, Selby says of Williams, who has been in and out of health facilities over the past few years. And that's another thing, too. Does anyone even ask, or yeah, does anyone even ask how she's doing? Does anyone even care? I feel like everyone just puts out negative information about her, and that's the focus. Why don't we just stop for a moment and just say, hey, how is she doing? Is she doing okay today? Why is that not the focus? Why isn't that what we're talking about on a daily basis? Now, Williams rep Sean previously refuted claims that the former host had been hospitalized in May. The Sun reported that the 58-year-old was hospitalized after checking into a medical facility in New York. The outlet had initially reported, citing a source, that Wendy was admitted into the hospital and was released briefly, but went right back in just a day later. Now, that's her rep, Z- Zenonti, whatever, told ET, I can confirm that Wendy is not in the hospital as reported. I can also confirm that she is not in New York as reported. We talked about that a while ago, considering that her son was stating um, that those things was what he was being told as well. Now, sharing a reminder of just how much Williams has gone through over the years. The end of her her long running television show, her battles with grave disease and lymphedema. Selby asked for critics and fans to show the beloved TV personality some compassion. Just understand that she's a human being that's going through a lot. She's dealing with a lot and support her, please, Selby says. While her primary focus is her health, Williams also looking ahead to the future in the next chapter of her life. Now she's only wait a minute. Now she's only thinking about things that she wants to do in her life, Shelby shares. She's only thinking about Wendy 2.0 in her new chapter of her life and the things that she wants to accomplish. And that's our focus. Okay. The article also goes on to say that Selby also addressed concerns raised Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., who gave an interview with the U.S. Sun on Tuesday, in which he shared how he believes his mother's team is taking advantage of her wealth amid her alleged battle with alcoholism, which he said does not allow her to make sound decisions. Now, according to the article, the 22-year-old student was being financially supported by his mother, but lost a large part of that support when her financial affairs were taken over by a guardian in May of 2022. Take advantage of her for what? To get what? To do what? I'm not here to brag, but I was doing just okay before Wendy came along, and he said he gonna be okay, period. Okay. And she requested his assistance. Now, breaking down Wendy's um court appointed guardianship, Shelby asserted that there is no way Williams could be taken advantage of by her team or anyone else for that matter. I don't totally agree with that, but I will say this too. The previous article did state that he felt as though Kevin Hunter Jr. felt as though um, he Selby may have had something to do with the conservatorship or the guardianship exact or whatever they're dealing with, right? And again, I don't want to discredit any of his feelings because you got the right to feel like that. But I just want to give y'all that perspective before I got into this next part. Now, so no one even they wanted to take advantage of no one so no one, even if they wanted to take advantage of her, everything has to get approved by that court, he says. Mm. So it's approved that y'all get paid and stuff like that. Like I do still think something fishy with it. I mean, that's just my take on it. I do think something is fishy about it. But anyway, everything has to get approved that by the court, he said. So any type of business dealings that we do, Wendy, myself, and anyone, we just get the guardianship to sign off on it. So how can anyone take advantage of her? Now you acting like that is making me side eye you for sure. Wendy is under a guardianship. Everything that she does gets approved by the guardianship. The court appointed guardianship. Okay, I just read that. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty much the article stating how are they taking advantage of her. But anyway, so he's pretty much trying to refute how Kevin Jr. is feeling. All right. All right. So let me catch up on a little more of these comments. Now, the criticism that I do have for Wendy is I wish she did what Barbara Walters did and created a legacy of women in media to continue her legacy after she was gone. I do. Now, I can definitely agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I can most definitely agree with that. But Kelvin didn't like Wendy working with other women and would work to sabotage them behind the scenes. Um, when she don't Dr. Oz, she wasn't taking shit and it all changed. This Selby character vexes my spirit. I don't get good vibes for him at all. I don't really either. Um, Chronicle speaks broken all down the dynamic and the logics and how these people intertwine. Check it out, though. Um, I'm still just careful with what I'm repeating. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that. But anyway, I'll give it a look because I like Chronicle. With the team had her best interest at heart, and they would have never taken her to a bar. That's how I feel too. And I also feel like this too. Like I feel like her brother. I be wanting him to shut up because I feel like he is a corporate of a lot of things that be happening around in a way that I mean, you had so much to say about this reality show that she was allegedly filming, the 5-part reality show, whatever the case may be. But you was right there in front of the cameras. So how can you feel some type of way about it if you right there in front of the cameras? Because if you're in front of the cameras, that means you condone it. That means you rocking with it, right? So how can you tell us that you feel some type of way about it, but you right now? That I don't understand. That part is very weird to me. I think he sabotaged her working with others. Period. I just think it was because he didn't trust her behavior enough to open her up to outsiders, including the person's team, to possible leaks. when Barbara Walters retired and all those women came out to live on her and thank her the way they did on The View, they should have been Wendy's send off because she paved the way. Yeah, I didn't, and regardless about how I think we feel, I think we can all fairly say that they didn't send Wendy off like she deserved to have, because regardless of how you feel about it, the lady put in work, okay, and she paved the way for Sherri Shepherd to be in the place that she in. You can say what you want to, but she paved the way for Sherri Shepherd to be in the place that she is in right now. And for that, I gotta put some respect on Wendy Williams' name. Because again, would Sherri honestly be in this place if Wendy Williams was still on TV? No. We're gonna keep it all the way 100 about it. It wouldn't be that. So we gotta give credit where credit is due. And again, I think she has opened that space and that door open for Sherri to be who Sherri is on daytime talk and TV right now. Just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And sidebar, I think at one point I had said that I like Sherri's show better than Jennifer Hudson's show, but I've really been liking these guests that Jennifer been having lately. Sherri sometimes, and again, this is just my opinion, okay? It's just my opinion. Sherri, sometimes I can't get through a complete like video with Sherri, okay? But I can get through a complete video when it comes to Jennifer Hudson. I do literally like Jennifer Hudson's style a little bit better than Sherri's. But I think when they first started, I said the opposite. But that's because I hadn't seen Jennifer Hudson in a talk show role. But I really think that she's starting to live in that era. I really do. But how could they? She wasn't in any condition to appear on set to receive those flowers. Um, no, again, they should have done some type of special. Waited until she got to that place, because there's a way that it could have been done. There's absolutely a way that it could have been done. There is a way. Just like there was a way for them to go pick up that purple chair, there was a way for them to send Wendy off respectfully and in a good way. Yeah, I do believe that. I don't believe that there was no way. We also live in this virtual world now. There's multiple ways that they could have sent her off and in a more respected fashion. That's what I'm saying. It could have been very more respected. That was her show. That was her show. And I feel like you not giving her or sending her off with great great vibes, great things. I just don't look at that the same. I think that they definitely should have sent her off with something. I mean, every podcaster in YouTube mimic Wendy's blueprint. You're right. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. We get on here, we commentate. Some people don't like our opinions or our takes on certain things, but I don't never want it to put me in a place in which folks start wishing bad on your child. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I again, gossip and news and things that we've heard, things that we've seen. I mean, we're literally doing the same thing. We literally have been watching these same things happen over year after year after year after year, person after person after person after person. But you do have your style in which you do care for certain people. I think um some of y'all like FD is what I'll say, but I think he go gutter. You know what I'm saying? But there are people that think the opposite. There are people that actually like that person. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like it's who you like, who you don't like. But I don't think that, again, I myself don't ever dwell in people's um, issues or things that they have going on. Again, Wendy was never sued for $4 million. Now that's facts. Now that is facts. That is facts. Okay, so let me ask you this, Andre Carr. What does the place look like? What I mean, what does the place look like? I think that you can be in a place to receive your flowers in any condition. We knew a condition she was in when she left the show, right? So, what is the excuse in which, when we get ready to celebrate a such person, we're using the fact that she's not in a good place? Well, she wasn't in a good place when she left the show. So why would we still use that as an excuse when there are multiple ways in which media has picked up? There are ways that they could have celebrated Wendy. The way that they did that send off show, they didn't even have to invite Wendy to the studio. You could have done a virtual special with her. Something. There's no excuse in which it wasn't done. That's just how I feel. Like you this lady, again, Sherri Shepherd, has literally gotten a show off of the basis of this woman here, Wendy Williams, who had paved the way. And we don't send her off with a special, an hour-long special just coming together where everybody is giving Wendy her flowers, the people who support her. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are multiple ways that things could have been done and they chose not to do it. That's just what that is. They chose not to do it. Right. That's how I feel. I mean, I think, again, there are ways around that. Absolutely. Let's see. I think she should have been celebrated. I just don't think that it has to be present for them to do so. Um, but that's what I'm saying. I never said that she had to be present for them to do it. What I stated was the way that they sent her off, they asked her team to come pick up that purple chair. Okay. Instead of sending her off with a farewell that they chose not to do. That's where I stand with that. Again, they chose not to do it because there are many ways around it. No one says that you presently have to be there in order to get it. You don't. You don't presently have to be there. But she was recording podcast commercials and everything. So there were moments in which she could have been celebrated, even if it was virtually. But they chose not to do it. That's just the bottom line. I mean, uh cupcakes, 222, hey chef. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Well, since not you coming in here saying exactly what, hello. Not even virtually, y'all forget about her holding up her foot, speaking again. I think we're finding every excuse in which this lady was not celebrated. It could have been something that was pre-recorded. I don't again think for any reason, and I think you can come up with every excuse, period, that you would want to. I feel like there's no excuse around the fact that this lady could have still been celebrated. That's just that. I mean, this lady literally now has 2 seasons of a show that would not be happening like this if it was not for Wendy Williams. And that is literally facts. That is literally facts. The whole way that they went about that, which is wrong. This is how I feel about it. She could have celebrated virtually. She wasn't that incoherent. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, I just feel like that there could have been ways around it, but we choose who we want to celebrate. And I think, again, based on your opinion, you could show up to the celebration or not show up to the celebration. But I think most people can agree with the fact that She should have been celebrated, and there should have been ways to do so. Should have been ways to do so. Um, J Hud to me is much much better. Just wish I had her show in my area. Yeah, I like that's what I was saying. Like I like Jennifer Hudson show. Jennifer Hudson show do give you a different type of dynamic than Sherry's does. Lately, I've been peeping into Sherry's and I haven't really been interested. So, and I don't know what it is, but she just don't really interest me. Um but yeah, so that's just how I feel about those things. I feel like, and I also feel like everybody's gonna have their own opinion. Um, and we can always disagree, agree to disagree. No hard feelings, no nothing like that. It is never that that serious at all. Um, because honey, I can't call Wendy Williams uh person she got over her money and ask them for nothing. I can't. So I'm okay with y'all's opinion. I just feel like again there should never be any excuses made in which why she wasn't celebrated. That is how I feel. I'm thinking about her dignity. They should have had an entire week dedicated to celebrating her, giving her those flowers. Every appearance at that time, virtually or pre-recorded, pre-taped, were all yeah. That's how I feel. That's literally how I feel. That's just how I feel like y'all could have done something to celebrate that lady. Um, I enjoy J Hud's show a lot more than Sherry's show. Have y'all really tuned into Sherry and J Hud's show? Which one do you prefer? Which one do you like better? I had somebody in my comments because I did a video on this back when they first was greenlit to come on. I guess this around this time last year or maybe the summertime. I think it was around the summertime when they announced it. Maybe even around August or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, both of them have celebrated over 100 episodes, or they have gotten 100 episodes. But what I will say is, in the beginning, like I said, I was leaning more on the Sherry side, but then the more that I start seeing Jennifer Hudson in her element, I enjoy her a lot more. Sherry's show is more of background noise in my house. Oh, not background noise in my house, child. What they did is even worse considering how sick she was. Barbara Walters was given so much respect and dignity, even when she no longer given public appearances. Yeah, yeah. Oh, not neither. I understand. I understand. Yeah, I do agree with that. Jennifer, her fashions do not be fashion, and she do be dressed kind of like an old lady to me. And that their hair do not be hairing. Okay, I am so sick of them ponytails, them drawstring ponytails. But again, I do, I do like her. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. She had on something the other day, and I was like, "Man, Jennifer, girl, what?" So I definitely can agree that they need to put a new clothes audit in there. Absolutely agree, brother. Yes, I agree. I agree. Her most iconic guest should have been taped to appear, play clips of her funniest moments, include her son and dad, not the brother. Just don't showcase her on camera at her worst. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I say if pre-taping it is better in that sense, then absolutely. But I just felt like something could have been done. I haven't watched J Hud yet. Yeah, I think you should. She has little small clips on YouTube. That's where I watch it at. Most of the time, I see the shorts first, and then the shorts will guide me right over to the episode. Or like she's done stuff for Pride Month. She's interviewed, LGBTQ community, let God be true quickly, community, or by Shatta. Yes, that community right there. She has also celebrated other people such as Issa Rae. I mean, just listening to her talk and ask all these questions. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my favorite shows because it's Black Music Month, right, y'all? And so she had, first of all, I think everyone that knows me know I love me some PJ Morton. I love PJ Morton's music. But y'all, I am such a Layla Hathaway fan, and like such a fan. Y'all, that girl be singing on top of her own notes. Okay, that lady right there can flat out sing. Shout out to her pops, okay, and just shout out to her family because her mama can sing too. But that was one of my favorite episodes with Jennifer Hudson and her. I really love that element that they were in. Um, it was, oh, listen, I love that lady, and so, and I also feel like she don't get the credit that she deserves in this industry that she's in. I absolutely feel like she does not get the credit that she deserves. And let me tell you something: her voice is so versatile that she can do gospel, she can do, that jazz, she can do anything with her voice. um one of one of the songs that I think you guys should listen to, and I think even when you kind of in your low moment, and especially if you like her voice, it would definitely want you to listen to this. But I'm gonna paste a song in the chat. Okay, y'all know I'm a church boy, but this it's a gospel song by Donald Lawrence. Anybody know Donald Lawrence? Know Donald Lawrence, and his singers be killing it. Okay, um, but hold on, I want you guys to listen to this song. I think this song came out in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on one second. Oh wait, there it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the chat, and if y'all listen, um, this here song, it get you right, get you right, get you right, get you right. Okay, so the name of the song is "Ultimate Relationship," and it is led and well, it's co-written by Layla Hathaway and Donna Lawrence. So you already know it's top tier. Okay, this song is some years old, but y'all listen to it. Okay, please, please, please take down that link and go listen to it, and I guarantee you will love it. And that's the name of the song. Okay, let me get back to this screen. J Hood don't look homeless. Did I say she look homeless? If I said that, that probably wasn't the best choice of words to use if I used that. So I apologize. But the fashions, they really don't be fashioning for the TV, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But also, Sherry's don't be fashioning neither. We're gonna keep it all the way 100. But anyway, mine was Jennifer Hudson, Tashina Arnold. Now I enjoyed that one too because that was a real churchy episode. I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that episode too. I like Tashina Arnold, and y'all know Tashina Arnold is Church of God in Christ, so you know we understand each other. Okay. Um, don't forget to remember on that. That is a classic, of course. That is a Donald Lawrence classic. Okay, that is a Donald Lawrence classic. I love that song. I already know what song. Yes, I'm trying to tell y'all that song right there. If you ain't got a little few tears shed after you get through listening to that song, and baby, listen to it with the lyrics. Okay, listen to it with the lyrics. It is that girl. Okay, I was just thinking about her, Layla. Yes, I love her. I absolutely love her. Um, Chef, did you see Donnie Simpson's video? Soul is coming to BET Plus this month. Oh, really? Now I didn't see this. Thank you for that tidbit. Thank you for that tidbit. I need to download. I mean, I need to get my BT Plus back. Child, I let the thing go last month, and I really shouldn't have because I was supposed to be reviewing College Hill. That's one of my favorites too. Yes, I'm trying to tell you that. And who she be singing? Really, all of Donna Lawrence's music. If y'all ask me, Donna Lawrence has a different type of. Okay, we're gonna do this for Black Music Month. We are gonna do a activity for Black Music Month. However, I wanted to say this. So if y'all ask me as far as like gospel people who are gospel artists who write specifically, I love Donna Lawrence's music because his music is more of an intimate type of music. Although him and his singers be singing down, okay, but his music is very intimate. It's that intimate type of worship music. So I really be here for that. Like I really, really be here for that. But another person that I love their music and the way that they write would be Kirk Franklin. I definitely have to give it to Kirk Franklin. Definitely have to give it to Kirk Franklin. Okay. Um. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yes, I'm trying to tell y'all. I love Letta. Yes, 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 yes. I never watch daytime TV anymore, so I don't know how either show is. You know, it's a lot of people that don't watch daytime TV no more. Done down on your glasses. You've been misreading all my comments. Have I? Have I really been? I probably misread everybody comment, but shout out to you for the super chat. I sure appreciate it. Thank you. $5 toward my glasses prescription, honey. That what you trying to tell me? Okay, let's bump about it though. Hey. Well, I appreciate that on the glasses. I do, and I apologize for misreading y'all comments. Sometimes you just be going too fast. Um. Oh wait. Oh, Simply Elegant one Sunday. I already got episodes up there on them. I'm ready for all the Queen's men. So it's a new season get ready to come out. It's a new season get ready to come out. I need to check that out. Wait, what happened? What is going on? Jennifer didn't know how to dress for a bigger body. Her fashion have never been fashioning ever since coming on our screen. American Idol ring the bell. Her wigs are horrible as well. Honey, I guess I'm misreading them. I'm okay with it though because I probably misread everybody's stuff. Y'all already know one thing. Can't nobody clown me about because I know about myself. I cannot read, and I already told y'all that. One thing you can never do is roast me about what I can already tell you. Okay, you can't roast me down to the ground by that because I know I can read. I said Jennifer be looking homeless. Oh, like Kanye over her wardrobe. Oh, okay. So you would want to say that. I thought I did. Okay. I personally wouldn't put J Hud's style in the same category as a homeless individual. You know. Layla is in the same category with Phyllis Humane for me. Love them both. Listen, I'm trying to tell you that both of them sing down. Okay, you know what? I'll also say this too. I don't know if you guys seen this, but I really believe that Coco Jones and Mary fit to come out with something because they just sung together at an event. And I think they figure to come out with some music together. Because if anybody know Erica's husband, Warren Campbell, you know Warren is going to make sure that he gets the people he gonna make sure he take care of the people. He supports the people for real, for real. So I'm really hoping that we get some from Coco Jones. I love Coco Jones' voice as well. Um, Listen, it's a lot of people out here that I really love, and y'all be asking me about these rap people, and I don't be knowing about them people. I don't be knowing nothing about them people. Kirk, my boy, yes, I love Kirk's writing. Um, I love Kirk's writing. He got a new song out right now. I don't know if you guys have heard it. Well, y'all done seen people share the video of him doing all that gyrating. And let me just go ahead and tell y'all, if y'all have never been to a Kirk Franklin concert, that is nothing new. Okay. I'm just telling y'all, that is nothing new. Okay. Kirk has been doing that for years, but he has a new song out called All Things. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all download it. And also, he's doing a challenge on his Instagram where different people are singing this song. And when I tell y'all the song is pretty lit and just listening to other people um do it with him, it's super dope. It's super dope. I love me some sex symbol. Well, I have to, honey. I have to read fast. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep going because these comments go fast on our end. um, I misread comments. Yeah, we all do. It's many celebrities that don't know how to dress. I agree. I agree. That is so true. I love. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry for cursing. I meant. Love me some Coco Jones. Yes, that Coco Jones, baby. They sung at the Roots picnic. That's what it was. Yes, honey. I was here for it all. I was here for it all. Like I said, I love me some Coco. I just love anyone who can just flat foot sing like it just does something to me. Okay. Another one that I feel like y'all might disagree with me on this one, but another person that I feel like is she's kind of like not she don't get the celebration that I feel like she deserves, and that would be Lettucey as well. I feel like Lettucey's range is completely out of this world, and I love me some Lettucey. Okay. Uh um since we're talking about music, did y'all hear Little Scrappy and Safari do a song together? I heard that the other day when I saw it on the neighborhood talk, the shade room, the something. Okay, I did see it. At least you apologize. Hey, Miss Parker, I'll remove the comment. Oh yeah, I can still see it. Um, I saw him live before. Kirk has always danced like that, and will jump off the stage into the audience. He's an awesome performer. Absolutely, you will sweat at his concerts. That is absolutely true. I never will forget my very first gospel concert. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it a buck with y'all. Growing up in Church of God in Christ, you know, there are a lot of celebrities or a lot of singers who also grew up Church of God in Christ. And so, of course, when convocation time would come around or AIM would come around, a lot of these people would be present, right? So I've seen all of these people because we've been doing midnight musicals forever. We've been doing all of that stuff, and I know there are other people that do that as well. But the interesting thing is like the very first concert that I went to of Kirk Franklin, believe it or not, was at Six Flags right here in Dallas, y'all. It was Kirk Franklin, and this was actually the very first season that Sunday Best came out. The very first season. Now I have seen Kirk in concert in other places, but it's been more like choir stuff because of course, you know, he was a part of DFW Mass and different places like that. Um a lot of people think that he was a part of God's property. I do want to let y'all know God's property is definitely separate from Kirk Franklin. God's property has a separate founder, okay, from Kirk Franklin. He was just featured on that particular album, on the God's property album. But the very first concert I went to was Kirk, Fred, Mary, um, who won the first season of Sunday Best? Crystal Aiken, Ty Tribbett, Jay Moss, and it's somebody else, Yolanda Adams. Honey, let me tell y'all something. That was a concert that we spent hours and hours at. But let me tell you, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And that's why I say if you have never experienced a Kirk concert, I you should. You honestly should, especially if you do like his music. I feel like he is so dope. Yes, he's from Fort Worth. He's from Fort Worth. Um my first gospel concert was Shirley Caesar. Come on. You was at that concert too? I'm trying. Wasn't that concert bomb? That concert was hours long. They took intermissions between. It was still just so dope. It was just one of those experiences that I feel like everyone should be able to experience. That was a dope lineup, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the next year we went again, and I think it was changed up a little bit. It was Kirk, it was Tamala Man, and it wasn't as many people on that one. But I'm just telling y'all, if you've never been, you should definitely go. Okay. He just did a he does his Exodus tour. I think this was his second or third year doing it. Um, so hopefully he, hopefully he's able to take that on the road. I know he's doing things with Maverick City, but I hope that he is taking it on the road. Um, you thought you was the only one that loved Lettucey, baby. I love to hear Lettucey holler, honey. Oh my God. Oh, that lady can get me right. Do you hear me? I love because one thing about Lettucey's voice is she's able to control it. She is her control is out of this world. Her control is literally out of this world. I always wanted to go to Bobby Jones. We went once. Um, Bobby Jones was fun. Bobby Jones was absolutely fun. It's a taping, so then it was much different from what it probably ended on. But listen, Bobby Jones is one that I want to see back on my TV. I do. Bobby Jones gave so many people opportunities um in this gospel set. Like, listen, Bobby Jones was Bobby Jones was it. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, I miss Bobby Jones. Yes, Bobby Jones. Wait. Omar, what? Omar, what? I didn't think nothing else would tickle me like that today. You ain't lying. That is funny. Not Bobby Jones and Dottie People's the same person. That was funny. Uh, Kiki Wyatt could go. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I'm gonna tell y'all something to look at. Okay, this was, I believe, 2015. Anyway, go look up. The Clark Sisters tribute from Essence Festival. Okay, the year that they got honored. Okay, it was Kelly Price, Kelly Sherrill. Look her up on Wikipedia if you don't know who she is. It was Kelly Price. It was Lettucey, Kiara Sheard, and Kiki White. And baby, whew, yeah, Layla is definitely her daughter's. I mean her father's child. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Um, but y'all gotta go look at that. Okay, y'all needed some good singing. I'ma tell you, that's it. Now I'm not gonna fake and front with y'all. Uh, that is a video in which Kelly Price did mess up on Balm and Gilead, honey. She started in the wrong key. Okay, look her up on Wikipedia, honey. She started in the wrong key. So I'm gonna let y'all know y'all will see that. Okay, she started in the wrong key and she realized it and she had to start over. Y'all are too funny. Y'all are too funny. Yes, Bobby Jones is still living. Yes, Bobby Jones is still living. I think if Bobby Jones was not still living, we would we listen. I'm gonna do a whole video on it. Okay, a whole video on it. This is Gospel Fest. She performed as we lay it. Is this the no? She was singing as we lay and trying to prophesy to people. Oh, Kelly, 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 Kelly. Oh, oh, but y'all gotta go look. She definitely messed up her set, honey, and had the nerve to be mad at the background singers. No, the background singers did not do that. Neither did the musicians do it. Kelly just ain't feel like singing in that key that day because that is the key that they had rehearsed. Kelly said, I won't be singing that key today. Okay, this ain't Karen. And y'all already know I love Twinkie's music. Twinkie listening to Twinkie over the years, y'all, like her younger years, and her writing was impeccable. Um Twinkie's writing was absolutely amazing. Um oh, listen, I love Twinkie's writing. And again, Donald Lawrence, because Donald Lawrence wrote a lot of the Clark sisters' music as well. Besides what they wrote, so I'll be here for it. Also, not only is this Black Music Month, but this is also Gospel Music Month as well. Okay, so we're gonna definitely be talking to some people, and we're gonna be doing some fun things in regards to this. Y'all know Juneteenth is getting ready to come up too. We're getting ready to do a lot of things over there on that. I wish Aretha had more gospel music because you did like Amazing Grace. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Where she get that their name from? Who is the who? Who you was talking about? Kelly Sherrill. Kelly Sherrill's her middle name. She had told that police officer when she was down there at the Hertz. She had told that police officer, mind y'all, that police officer has stood there all this time, and she said she had access to the goal line. She can call a goal line, and they could do whatever she want. And the police officer was like, "Why we here?" Well, because I am Kelly Sherrill Price, and if you don't know who I am, you better look me up on Wikipedia. And you know what? When I call into the business, Y'all need to know my voice. If you do not know my voice, okay, something is wrong with you because I am Kelly Sherrill Price. Girl, this man is not out here bumping as we lay on his way to work, okay, by Kelly Price, okay. I'm quite sure he ain't listening to no radio station that's also playing As We Lay by Kelly Sherrill Price. Child, she stayed talking about Kelly Sherrill. I mean, look her up, Kelly Sherrill Price. Um, Oh, don't do Twinkie like that now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do that. Oh, you talking about where Twinkie got her name from? I don't even remember, but it wasn't it wasn't about the Twinkies. Don't do it like that, Omar. Free Jaguar right. From what I understand, Jaguar is in a good, like a good facility. From what I understand, I don't um I really haven't seen the latest on her, but from what I understand, they gave her an option to go to a a facility to better her health. Um, but Kelly renting cars with all these demands. But okay, Kelly. Kelly also said that she had an opportunity to sue the credit. I mean, Hertz rent a car for $6 million. Okay, but she had that's that had happened when she went missing. Y'all remember when Kelly went missing and Kelly got on the internet? Now her sister was real concerned, or she seemed real concerned. And y'all remember Kelly got on the internet and cussed us out for being sad that they were looking for her. Y'all remember that? We over here praying, we fasting and praying. Well, I ain't gonna say we was fasting and praying, but we was praying, we over here praying and praying and praying. She get on the internet and cusses us out because she was missing. What, Kelly? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't seen Kelly the same since. Okay, I ain't seen Kelly the same since. You cuss us out because you went missing. Okay, because you ain't tell your kids where you was at. You cussing us out. Yeah, Kelly is definitely a diva. She is definitely a diva. I'm gonna tell y'all whose spirits align. That Kelly Sherrill Price and that Kim Belly Burrell. They spirits align right on the or by shot top. They spirits line up right on together. I didn't like Kelly after she was on Hollywood Divas. Yeah, and that too. She was doing some crazy stuff on that show too. All right, listen, y'all. I am going to get up out of here. I enjoyed this conversation, y'all. I really did. Especially y'all know I when I get in my element, we start talking about church stuff, y'all. I can go for days and days and days talking about it. Just in places that we've been. So yes. Um they just got that same egotistical spirit. Both of them do. Like Kimberell do and and Kimberell and Kelly Price. They are divas to their core, and those are people that are never wrong. Those are people that are never wrong. Not Kim Belly Burrell. Y'all know Larry started that, but then he said that Kim reached out to him and said, "Can you please stop calling me that?" But I mean, I'm gonna keep calling her Kim Belly Burrell. Okay. So hopefully I've made your day go by. Okay, because guess what I'm finna get ready to go make, y'all. I'm finna get ready to go make some. I'm gonna do a video on it, but I'm finna ready to go make some red beans and rice, honey. Some red beans and rice, some red beans and rice, and some cornbread, of course. You know, gotta have some cornbread. They both were close to Whitney Houston. Yep. Yeah, definitely Kim. Definitely Kim. Now, Kelly, I think Kelly was still a diva, but yeah, she was still friends. She was still friends. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you all for being here today and chatting it up with me in this chat. We did have about 100 and I think about 115 people at one point, so I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Well, listen, if you like to show love monetarily, I had the allegedly banner going up, but the Cash App and the Venmo is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Excuse me. I'm now the only one to eat cornbread and milk. Now, there are a lot of people that do that. That ain't my thing, but I have heard people doing that. I have an aunt that actually like cornbread and milk, but it got to be honey cornbread in order for her to do it. Okay, chef, I'm in Dallas. What time do I need to pick up my plate? Honey. Listen, this is one thing. I think the more that people talk to me, the more people realize I absolutely love red beans and rice, and so uh, I'll make red beans and rice 2 days in a row if you let me. Okay, because I'm gonna eat the pie the first day. Okay, I'm gonna eat the pie for sure. Okay, I loves it. Yeah, I mean I've heard a lot of people from the South do that. Hey Dion, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We've been live for 2.5 hours, honey. We just been chatting it up and stuff like that. But I'm gonna break the video up in regards to the things that we were talking about. And be gassy them 2 days. No, because I know a trick in which you should do when you soak your beans. You soak them, and I'm not going to tell you the secret. I'm going to put the secret in Patreon. However, I will let you know that there is a way that you can reduce the gas that you get when you do eat beans and different things of that sort. There is a way to reduce the gas. Okay. So you don't be as gassy and farting and stuff all over the place, child, because them bean farts do not be the ones, okay? Well, not no fart be the ones, but them right there, them be worse, okay? Listen, y'all, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because I'm cutting up. But anyway, y'all, make sure you hit that like button on your way out. I'm gonna play this trailer one more time of me and Scotty's show on Friday, or let me say that differently. Hot Topics with Chef Don and friends featuring Scotty by Nature TV. Now I will let y'all know this man thought that he was gonna get ready to run my show over here. I can't wait for y'all to see the episode because y'all definitely gonna holler. Well, anyway, y'all, I appreciate this, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
How could you have a Hot Topics with Chef Dun and friends and I'm not on it? Like, it really wouldn't make any sense.
Forgot about something.
What?
So I remember when you had made a post on Twitter. What's your prediction?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't see nothing. How far? Hopefully to hell. Hot Topics, child. Let's go.
That's all I'm doing is agreeing with you. That's it.